North Louisiana, Monroe, Riverbend Barn. The smell of spring is in the air as the bitterness of winter has released its grip. Time for new life. Time for new beginnings. Time for a party. I'm a used carpet salesman from New Jersey, and I've been to parties all over this world. My idea of a perfect party consists of 3 ingredients: food, music, and art. Some people call me a dreamer. I like to consider myself a promoter. My name is Stan Lubin, and it's time for a party. I was down in New Orleans on Bourbon Street working the Berber circuit, and I found a very talented artist, and he just so happens to be a Monroe, Louisiana native. His name, Emery Nolan.
Probably within the first month that I'd moved to New Orleans, and there was a really big storm, and after there was during the day, and after the storm it was beautiful, it was still raining, and I heard this bellowing trumpet coming from outside, and I looked, and about 5 houses down, all I saw was this guy's trumpet out of his front door, and the rain was just kind of subsiding, so the light was perfect, and I thought immediately if I could capture that, I would be satisfied as an artist, and I think I've been chasing that moment. The approach to life is so much different down here. It's easygoing, but very fast. I've always heard that New Orleans isn't big and it isn't easy, and that's very true. It's hard on a lot of people, but people take that in stride and use it for a good time. New Orleans influences my artwork in everyday terms. Most of my paintings around are from my front porches. I really love the interplay of nature and architecture, and it's kind of like a battle, like man versus nature going on. It's ever changing. It's like the streets are never the same. They kind of move with the territory in New Orleans. It's a fun play between art that lasts forever, painting something that might be gone the next day that you wake up. Creativity was a driving force. One of my earliest memories is of my mom carrying me around talking on the phone doodling, and her doodles just captivated me, and it was, to this day I still doodle the exact same thing that I remember her doing. I'm very excited to have my artwork in front of people that I grew up with, family, friends. That's going to be great. I don't get to do that as much as I would like. It's a perfect combination. I like people viewing art in this environment more than a museum or a gallery, so much more, because I think it again goes back to at least having a connection with an audience. You get to feel more of a reaction, people in a little more relaxed environment than in a gallery.
Springtime in Louisiana means one thing: crawfish. and the people of Monroe speak of a legend, a master of crawfish, Larry Cormier.
I didn't open Cormier's thinking it was going to be a whole crawfish operation. I opened it up to have a place to work out, to do some other things. And then eventually that took over, and it's still taking over. It's still getting bigger and bigger. Well, I'm from a little town called Lacassine, Louisiana. Born and raised down there until I moved up here in probably the early 80s. Yeah, it was very difficult when I first opened it. And we opened in March of 89, and I've learned a lot from my mistakes, because I made plenty of mistakes, especially not being in the restaurant business and having to learn everything from ground zero. My wife works here, my son works here, my oldest daughter's waiting tables, my granddaughter's busting tables, my daughter-in-law is helping people sit down. And it's good. We have our times, but it's been fun. It's fulfilling. I still enjoy what I do.
Most people don't even know where these mud bugs come from. But to get the best crawfish, you gotta go down south, deep south.
Hide on your trail,
Larry Bieber, he's a legend of his own right, renowned for raising the best crawfish in the entire state of Louisiana.
in the blue sky, running everywhere.
Beaver Farms are the best people I've ever dealt with in all the years I've been doing business, and they're great friends of mine. And it's not on the side of the road with a dip net. It's actually a farming operation. And if it's done right, you get good quality crawfish out of it. Late December, 1st of January, depending on the weather, they'll set the traps out in the pond. And then when it's time to start catching crawfish, they'll just have these automatic boats with these big paddle wheels, and they'll catch them and dump them in the boat. Goes in a little grater, goes into the sack, and they divide them there, and then when they load them on the truck, they load them according to how they deliver. Cormier's is getting 50 sacks, so-and-so is getting 30 sacks. And when we get them here, we get them and bring them in the back, we wash them, and we cook them, and we steam them, eating crawfish, drinking beer, and listening to music. Doesn't get any better than that.
You've done all you can to put up your defenses, but how could you? This heart's been pruned. Come and take my hand, my radio band singer, my bandstand dreamer, my sunshine lover. I send you the best.
Cooking crawfish like ATP, there's probably 15 different ways people cook crawfish. And it depends whether you like our way compared to somebody else. But after 26 years and 3 million pounds, we do it in a way where people like it. You might not see somebody for 3 months. If you call them and say, look, we're having a crawfish ball, they're going to be there.
Boats, water, sunshine, and good times and good people. Moon Lake Marina, a hidden gem of the Ouachita River, home of the River King, Joey Knights. If I've learned anything in life, it's you can't have a party without people, so I'm gonna do what I do best.
Black cold water, won't you take me away? They clean me out of their machines right off the highway. I know he's gonna take me someday to a place to know where water flows blue like yesterday. There's a trail by me and you. Miss you, I'm looking to. Found me a lover, I found me a friend. Back in do-si-do with a line of blow, drink tonic and gin. I know it's gonna bite me someday, like the wind blows and carries the soul to the end of days.
I didn't buy a 1951 Idaho State Penitentiary prisoner transport bus just to sit around and collect and rust somewhere. So, when a good friend of mine, BJ Bell, who's a local radio DJ, he got me a spot in the 34th Annual Black Heritage Parade. I figured this is another perfect opportunity to promote this ramble. here love their Warhawks, and I know just the perfect place to find them. River Bend Barn, home away from home, and the rains of spring have poured for 3 straight weeks. But on Saturday, April 11th, the clouds have cleared and the sun is shining. Sometimes things just work out for the best.
The love flows down, it's gonna end up killing us one day. With 1 million tears.
Every now and then, something comes along that calls your name. I was in South Mississippi selling used carpet, and I heard the most beautiful harmonies I'd ever heard. I realized I'd found the final ingredient. I had to know who the band was. The name? Roscoe Bandana.
The lighted way, and it's a life that you've been given. And this time, sitting in my bedroom, taking on by. Whoa, whoa, by and by and by.
There's nowhere like the South. Like, we've ventured all of the states pretty much in the U.S. and there's nothing like it. It's so homey and it's so beautiful.
Well, we're from Gulfport, Mississippi. Born and raised there. We've been a band now for roughly 5 years. I was working as a chef at a local wine bar, and I was doing an open mic night, and that's how I met Jenny. And so we were like, you know what, let's just go ahead and get together on the side and start, creating music. Because I have all these songs that I've written, and from then on, the rest is kind of history.
Like when we're all on, we're just empty.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're empty vessels, and this thing that everybody is takes over, and we just kind of give up and just like float on through.
Hey, I can come up a little bit more. Check 1, 2. Hey, check 1, 2.
Like, everybody has a good time being around each other, drinking, listening to good music. Music is it can open so many doors for people. It can, make people, it could change their whole life. So being around music all the time, it's such a good thing for people. I love it. That's why I'm a part of it.
Everyone loves music, and people can connect to it on like every different level, and food and drinks is just kind of comes naturally, as well as in any kind of party or getting together environment. So it's one of those things that just kind of makes sense. Something about that summertime and crawfish is one of those things you look forward to every year, I think.
Oh, yeah. You can get anybody to come to your show if you have crawfish.
Yeah, right.
Case in point. Sold out.
The crowd is gathering and they're ready for a good time. They're ready for a ramble. We got art in the barn, the band is on deck, and the crawfish is steaming. It's time to watch these flavors come together. A perfect recipe for a Louisiana Saturday night. And what better way to get an audience together than to pick them up in chauffeured buses and bring them to the party for a sunset levee ride. The ladies are looking lovely, the gentlemen are looking dapper, and the spirits are flowing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's party time.
Found me a lover, I found me a friend. Like a do-si-do with a line of blow, drink tonic and gin. I know it's gonna bite me someday. Like the wind blows and carries the soul to the end of days. Baby, it's the truth about me and you. Baby, it's you I'm looking to.
There's one last thing I gotta do.
Black gold water, won't you take me away? They clean me out of those devil machines right off the highway. I know he's gonna take me someday to a place I know where water flows blue like yesterday.
Baby, it's true by me and you. Baby, it's you I'm looking to. I'm looking to. I'm looking to. I'm looking to.
Welcome to the North Delta Ramble. We welcome you all. It's so good to have you all. It's fantastic. I want to welcome to the stage a band that has been touring all over the country, ladies and gentlemen. They've been on the West Coast 2 weeks ago. They've been on the North Coast, South Coast, East Coast, Ivory Coast, all the coast. This band has been everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a North Louisiana welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Roscoe Bandana, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Yeah.
Woe is me, woe is me, my baby. Left me, find a way, Lord, I pray to stay in Mississippi. When she comes to this place to get me, though I'm poor, no, I must find a way to empty. And he calls to me, and he's gone. And he calls to me, and he's gone. He calls to me, oh, and then he's gone. Dragged in chains, brothers who lost their way, and he calls to me, and he's gone. He calls to me, and he's gone. And he calls to me, oh, and then he's gone. Woe is me, woe is me, my baby left me, find a way, Lord, I pray to stay in Mississippi. Thank you so much.
You guys rock. That was so much fun.
Well, that's a wrap for this ramble. And once again, a good time was had by all. You see, through food, music, and art, we can break through barriers and bring people together to enjoy the one thing we all have in common: life.